I'm going to come over here to our little chart, and I'm going to say there are 2 pints in 1 quart. All right, this is our last one. This is a cup. And I'm just going to tell you right now, does anybody know how many ounces there are in 1 cup? Kenny, do you know? 4? Really close. That's a really good guess. Shelby.
We learned a big G.
We're going to talk about that, but we're not going to talk about it yet. Aaron.
Is it 8?
8. There are 8 ounces in 1 cup, and I wish I had a clear cup, measuring cup, because then you would see those 8 ounces, but I don't. So, on your fingers, how many cups do you think there are in 1 pint? Show me on your fingers. Some 4s and some 3s and some 2s. All right, let's find out. I'm going to fill this up all the way. All right, that's how much is left. So how many is it? It's 2. Right? Okay. This is a cup, and this is a pint.
But it takes 2 of us to hold.
What are you confused about, Shelby? Oh, hold on, guys. Shelby has a question, and I'm wondering if maybe some of you guys have the same question. Okay, Shelby, what's your question?
The cup size is exactly the same size.
It's smaller. See, look, it's half of it. Do you see that? Does everyone see that?
Some left over.
So how many cups go in 1 pint? Show me on your fingers. We just did it. 2, right? Okay. There is something that Shelby mentioned just a minute ago that you all learned in 3rd grade. The big G. So we're going to draw big G. How many? What's the next one? Who remembers the next smallest? Who remembers the next smallest and how many go in a gallon? Swayze. 4 quarts. So we're going to draw.
G is incomplete. The top part needs to hang over.
We're going to draw 4 big cubes. What comes next? What comes next, Katana?
Each queen or court has a prince and a princess.
So 2 pints. Good. Each queen has a prince or a princess. So there's 2 pints in each. Those are kind of funny peas, huh? Does the G stand for something that has to do with that too? That anybody knows? Christian? Stands for the gallon, but does it stand for anything that has to do with queens and princes and princesses? Shaylee. The island?
Kingdom.
The kingdom. The G is the kingdom. So our kingdom is the G. Then we have 4 queens, a prince and a princess, and each queen. What comes next? You can tell me. Maya.
Each prince and princess has 2 cats.
Has 2 cats. So I'm just going to draw an arrow from one of our princes and princesses. And I'm going to put 2 C's because there's not enough room to write them in there. Does everybody remember doing this in 3rd grade? Raise your hand if you remember. That's a pretty cool thing we learned, right? Okay. Next we're going to do some work. What's wrong, Shelby?
It's supposed to be 4 cups.
But we just did it. Right? We just did it. How many cups were there in a pint?
But there's supposed to be 4 because each pint stands for 4.
But do you remember when we just did it? We have evidence that says something different, right? How many cups are there in a pint?
2. But I think she's saying that there's supposed to be a cat didn't get shot.
Oh, there are. So this one would have 2 as well. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's
Also the other
4 cups in what? You can tell me.
each pint. A quart. And a quart.
In a quart, or in a queen. So each queen has 4 cats. Each pint has 2 cats, right? Okay, hands down. I need everybody's eyes up here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to our seats, but not yet. So when I say go, I want you to go back to your seats and get out a blank sheet of paper from your notebooks. Okay? I'm looking for quiet tables who are ready to do the next thing that we're going to do with their sheet of paper. Okay, go. Sorry. Okay, when I turn around, I want to see everyone with a sheet of paper on their desk and their laser beams up at me. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was good. I'm impressed. You're going to class point for that. Okay, so I just drew this up here so that you can have a reference. I'm going to ask you all some questions. If I had 1 gallon of chocolate milk, how many pints of chocolate milk would I have? When you know, raise your hand. How many pints of chocolate milk would I have if I had 1 gallon? Dallin, how do you know? You counted what? The peas? Because our peas stand for pints, right? So if I had 1 gallon of chocolate milk, that means I would have 8 pints. So do you see how cool this tool is? How you can use it? He just counted up the peas. Amelia, do you have a question?
Do we write that stuff down?
No, you don't. I mean, you can if you want to. If you want to use this as a reference, you're welcome to write it down, but I'll leave it on the board.
The thing with the $1.
Nope, you don't need to do that. All right, one more. If I had 2 quarts of lemonade, how many cups of lemonade would I have? Raise your hand when you know. Two quarts of lemonade. How many cups of lemonade would I have? Anthony. 8 cups. So how many quarts do I have? We have 2, right? So we have 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. You got it. I would have 8 cups of lemonade. Do you see how you can use that tool? Okay, if you feel like you could use that tool on your own, you can do any problem, I want you to put a 3 under your chin. If you think that you need a little bit more help using our tool, I want you to put a 2 underneath your chin. And if you do not understand at all how to use it, put a 1. All right, I want to see everybody with a number under their chin. Okay, all right. I need everyone to get out their whiteboard and a whiteboard marker. Isaac's got his laser beams on me, I love it. There's Riggins. I can feel him drilling a hole in my head. Christian, Shaylee, Shelby, they all have theirs on me. You got some good laser beams in this class. All right.
Mr. VR, will you come to the office?
Okay. I'm going to read a word problem to you, and we're going to do this one together, okay? This one says, Lucy is making punch. She's having a party, and she's making this really delicious punch. But it has a whole bunch of different ingredients, so she has to figure out how to use this tool to tell her how many she needs. She needs 4 quarts of pineapple juice. 4 quarts. But all she has to measure are her pints. Is 1 pint. So if she needs 4 quarts, she needs to figure out how many pints she needs. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to say, well, she needs 4 quarts. So I can just count how many pints are in each quart, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know, or Lucy knows, that she needs 8 pints. Okay? All right. This one I want you to do on your whiteboards, and we're going to do checkers for this one. Okay? All right. Laser beam's up here when I know you're ready. Are you looking for a marker, Brandon? Okay. Let's see here. What if she needed 8 quarts of apple juice? 8 quarts of apple juice. How many pints would she need? This is a little bit harder. 8 quarts of apple juice. How many pints would she need?
What is that?
8 quarts, and there's 2 pints in each quart. All right, what's the answer? Everybody tell me.
60.